What's up guys, today I'm going to show you the very basics of the Rockstar Editor. And it's pretty simple once you know how to do it, so let's get started. I'm just going to create a new project. I'm going to add a clip. Right, once I have the clip in the timeline, I select it by double clicking on it, or once it's highlighted, pressing enter. It'll load it up, it takes just a second or two. Alright, so this is the editor. If we want to put an effect on a shot, I do it now, because if you do it at this point over here, it will carry over for every single marker you key in from that point, and you won't have to add it every time. So if I put Normandy as a filter, now at this stage it's a filter for the whole shot, which saves us time later. Spacebar starts and stops the clip. You can also drag it along the timeline. These big things at the beginning and end are the beginning and end markers, so if you move those, that's where... Now I'm cutting down the size of the clip. So if it's there and I play, it's much shorter, and that's full length. So to move the camera around, I go to cameras and I change it from game camera to free camera, and then I say edit camera. Now I use ASWD to move the camera forward, backwards, left and right, and the mouse to orientate it, its angle. I can use C to zoom in or X to zoom out. And this is where the fun starts. Say that's how I want to start my video. I can use E or Q to go up and down as well. I will hit F5 to save that position. Now this camera will be here until he moves out of range, which he shouldn't do because he's quite close the whole video. So this camera angle is set to this marker. If I wanted to follow Trevor, I go back to edit camera. Oh no, I go look at target, player, right? Then edit camera. Do it the way I want it. Hit escape. Press F5 to save it again. Now it looks at Trevor as he moves. Now that's too fast. So here's the speed. Let's cut that down by half and see what happens. That's already much better. Let's take it down to 35%. There we go. So I want to cut it there. I press spacebar to pause it. I now hit M. That creates a marker. Now I can say game camera, for example. I'll give it some ground vibration as if we're on the back of the motorbike. See how this turns out. That's too slow now. So if we start it, it's bugged out. I can use the arrow keys to roll the camera as well. Let's very tricky when you're following a character because it's bound to that character, so the camera doesn't move as normal, if you know what I mean. I'm not happy with that at all, so I'll say free camera, move the target on edit camera. Put it in an interesting place here. I'd like to make this look like it's sitting on the back behind him, so I'm going to go back to free camera, look at target none, but move with target player. Mount type, we'll say rigid, to keep it right where I put it, and we'll edit the camera. So that looks like somebody sitting on the passenger seat. Let's save it there. Get a nice shot, slow motion of Trevor coming up the stairs on the motorbike, because that's really the action in this scene. Just done it really slow, see what that looks like. Camera's still shaking, that's no good. There we go. Here comes Trevor, nice and slow. What a badass, maybe a close-up on his face. Somewhere around here. So I'm going to zoom in so that he gets even closer once he's real close. Speed that up just a tiny bit, 20%. Zoom it out again, because it can get quite strange in small places. Let's really zoom that out. That took way too long. Trevor's blinking there, kinda sucks. Okay, so let's say you're happy with your shot. You want that to be the endpoint, so you make a marker, you drag your endpoint in towards the marker. You can then hit del and delete the marker. F5 to save the whole thing. Check it before you leave. Alright, so we're happy with that. I hit escape. Do I wish to save changes? Yes. Now we're back at the timeline. Escape again. If I want to add a radio track or a score track, I select them from here and then place them on the timeline below that clip. Pretty simple. What I like to do is save project as. Whatever. I just save that. Export. 60 frames per second if you've got a lot of slow-mo and stuff. Makes it much richer. Double the picture, but also double the size, you know. Bitrate high, I export. Test 1, that's fine. Bear in mind, whatever you write here is what's going to be stamped at the top left corner of your video when it's rendered. So if you want a cool little title there or nothing, yeah. This is only going to take 2 minutes, that's fine. And now it will run through the shot, rendering it. Wait for that. It'll go through the whole thing again, kind of slow. It shows you its progress down in the bottom right. This tool is just awesome. I mean, you can make movies with this. It's pretty damn amazing. And in the next video, I'll show you how to find those videos on your hard drive so that you can put them into a different editing program and start screwing around even more. I hope this helped. See you soon. Smash that like button.